Mark Laita from Soft White Underbelly gave me, and he gave a copy to Sunny of this book the day we interviewed, like right after the interview. Mark is very tall and he's very stunning in person. And I'm very short. I'm 5'2", and I'm very dark. And so I just felt like when I met him, I was like, oh, wow, this guy's tall and he has piercing eyes. And he radiates a stoicism, but he's kind, very kind. The way we got onto Soft White Underbelly was because our brothers had died, and they had died in anonymity. I mean, they had died under false identities. And I had already recovered my identity decades before. That was very difficult to do. It took years, and I had to interview with FBI. I had to make sure at that time that I didn't create a faux pas, say anything I shouldn't say because my father threatened that he would harm me if anyone came knocking on his door. But Sonny had not yet gotten to the place where he felt comfortable, talking about our lives or even recovering his identity. But after Joey and Sonny died, it was like he had to do it. And one of the only ways that we could help to recover Sonny's identity was through exposure. And so it was Sonny's idea. He wanted to appear somewhere, and he said, "Do you have any idea where we can tell our story?" And I said, "I've been following this channel for years. It's called Soft White Underbelly." I said, "I'll shoot them an email," and because the email's on the page on his page, and I sent an email and a 3-minute video. I wonder if I have that video. I'm gonna look for it, and if I have it, I'll post it. And we heard from Mark right away, and he was so incredibly kind. Now, Mark is a very busy man, like super busy, and he heard me go on about our life for a really long time. He heard me cry. It's so hard, when you tell your story, and it's this relief. You cry out of relief, like just like finally, someone is hearing you. Maybe someone can help you. So I immediately started discussing with him what dates we could go. We decided the dates, working with Sunny's schedule and my schedule. And we got there. We went with our, we took a whole trip, right? All of us came from different parts. And we went with our half sister, Gabby, our baby sister, who is absolutely awesome. I'm going to try and see if she'd talk online. I don't know if she will. She's very private. But she's just a beautiful, beautiful sister, beautiful soul. We went with her. It was very cathartic for her as well. And we went with our brother Joey's widow, Lucia, who is 100% my sister. She is someone I can tell anything to, and she was so supportive. And it was like all of us were there. All of us who had to be there were there. And he asked us to dress and how we felt comfortable. So, Sunny is a former cage fighter, a skater, a professional skater. I think it's professional. Oh, we're going to have to clarify that, but total skater. So he went dressed on how he felt comfortable, and I wore this purple dress to honor my brothers. Some people in the comments were like, "Oh my gosh, she looks like that chick from Willy Wonka, the purple one." That's okay. I mean, I didn't mind. One of the last songs that Joey had sent me was Purple Rain. So yeah, that's what I wore to honor them. And we get to a studio, which is in Santa Monica, and it's, quite nice. It's a nice studio. There was a place where I could change into my dress, and psych myself up in the mirror at a really nice bathroom. And then we went to the filming room where he has everything set up. And we took our photo first. And that was literally like 5 clicks. He said, "Stand there." There were markers, and I'm used to being. I used to be in front of the camera when in the dark ages when I was much younger. I used to do modeling work, small things, and I was in front of the camera, and so I understood what I had to do when I got to the marker, and I had to tell Sunny, "This is where you put your feet," and blah blah blah. And how are we going to pose? Well, that pose that is on the the interview that we had with him was very organic. That's my bro. Just put my arm on him, and yeah. And then after that, we went to where the camera is. Now, the place where you sit are these stools, and they're not entirely the most comfortable things, but they're pretty low to the ground too, which I was thankful for. I felt comfortable sitting as low. I like low chairs. I didn't know why. And when Mark started to film, he has a yoga ball and he rests on the yoga ball while he asks questions and hears your story. And even though he was someone we had just met, he was also someone who would help us. Mark Laita gets a lot of hate online. A lot of people aren't seeing his vision. A lot of people don't realize that he hears and offers a platform to people who really need help. And Sunny and I really needed that help. It has changed our lives in such a positive way. And I hope that I get to do an update with Mark at some point in the future. He is, after our interview, we had to sign a release form, which we both did. And we just, we had chit-chatted for a few minutes, and then he gave us the books and a big hug, and we were on our way. He was so lovely. And I think that Sunny and I, telling our story, we didn't go as victims. We went as survivors. And it was a platform for us to start getting his identity back, which he's still working on. He works crazy hours, and I'm really trying to get him on as quickly as possible so he could talk about himself more. And yeah, I saw a video right before I posted this. It's late and I'm ready for a shower and my bed. But in this video, someone was just really throwing a lot of hate at him. And I thought to myself, I've never really discussed what it was like. And I would like to discuss more of what it was like. If anything, I do want to say, there are angels on earth. There are. And sometimes they're people. And Mark really helped me, helped my brother. And more than anything, we were able to speak on Joey and Danny and honor them in that way. Yeah.